Greetings, everyone. I'm going to be working on something different, something new today. It's going to be Animating Spurgeon. And I'm working in Procreate Dreams, and it's an animation program on the iPad. And it's just for a little animated project that I've been working on for a little bit, and I'd like to get this finished up and put out there on the YouTubes. So let's get right into it here. If you have any questions or comments, just throw them in the chat and I will actually let me get that set up here. I'll make it so the chat kind of goes up on the screen. There we go. That should be good. Greetings. If you're just tuning in, I am working on a animation based on Charles Spurgeon's conversion story. I read about it in his autobiography, and I thought it would make a fun little animation. So this is just one part of it. I'm working on it in pieces. And so this is just kind of a walk cycle that I'm working on, and then I'm going to overlay this on top of some snowy sidewalks, which I still have to make. Right now I'm just filling in the color. This program is not the greatest as far as like filling in things. I'm noticing a lot of like haloing effects that I have to clean up, which is not good. Just realized that was probably too loud for you to even hear what I was saying. If you have any questions or comments, just throw them in the chat. I'm going to switch over in a little bit once I get this colored. I was working on some of the Catechism this morning. I'm going to work on some more of it today. But I just wanted to get these colored and show a little bit of a different thing than the Catechism this morning. Hey, Rabadam, how do you rate the iPad Pro experience versus a real graphics tablet? Well, it's certainly smaller. I mean, I have my 24-inch Cintiq over here connected to my computer, which I'll be switching to in a little bit. As far as the iPad Pro, I'm not a big fan of like doing like all the touch gestures and things like that. I'm used to working with a keyboard right next to me with all my keyboard shortcuts. So not having the keyboard shortcuts kind of throws my brain for a loop when I'm working on the touch screen. So that's one thing that I would say for me is a con, is that they don't they try to optimize the apps on the iPad for working with gestures. Um, but by doing that, I think sometimes they make it less efficient. But that may just be because I'm used to one thing, um, and it takes a while getting used to something new. So that could be the case as well. But I don't know. I like working on the iPad. I like that it's mobile, that I can take it with me. Um, I do like that Clip Studio Paint, which is the comics program that I use to make my comics. Clip Studio Paint is basically exactly the same on the iPad as it is on the desktop. So it has all of the same everything. All the tools are in the same positions and everything, and so that one's very easy to get used to on the iPad. But the drawing experience, I actually, as far as like the drawing experience, I like the drawing experience better on the iPad. Um, it I like the iPad Pencil a lot better than using the Wacom Pro Pen. I just feel like it's a little more precise, and it's a lot thinner to hold. So there's that. The Wacom pen is very thick to hold compared to the iPad Pencil, Apple Pencil. Now there's two different animation programs that I use on the iPad, and this one that I'm using right now is called Procreate Dreams, which recently came out. It's good. It has some features that I enjoy, but I've been using Adobe Fresco, and that I actually like the drawing and the layer structure a lot better in that program than I do in this program. It lends better to hand-drawn animation. This one's, but although that one is less of an actual video editing tool, this one's more of a video editing tool than Fresco. So I've done some, so like for the underlying sketch of this walk cycle, I did that in Adobe Fresco, exported it as a video file, and then imported it into here so that I could do the finished illustration over top of that video, using that video as a guide. So that was helpful. That's one way that I use both the programs and their features. I would say Adobe Fresco is best for if you want to do like motion graphics in a video or something, simple animations. It's not really built necessarily for doing full feature length type animations because there's no timeline really. This has a timeline that I can pull up. Whoops, where's my timeline? Here's my timeline that I can pull up, and I can add tracks and things too. And I can even pull regular video into this program and create animations over top of the video, which is kind of a cool feature. Next frame. And then after I do all of the animation, I export it and then I import it into DaVinci Resolve, which is a free video editing software. And then I use that to splice together the whole video. All right, this is the last frame. And then I'll show you guys another part of the animation that I've been working on. Pepsi or Coke? The correct answer is, of course, Dr. Pepper. And that would be correct. I would choose Dr. Pepper probably over both of those because after I had COVID, I lost all of my taste and all of my smell. And when my taste came back, nothing tasted the same. Nothing. I was not delighted to eat things anymore. Let's just put it that way. But the one thing that tasted the same was Dr. Pepper. Everything else tasted like chemicals or something. All right. Here's our walk cycle. Let's get that to where it's gonna. All right, we've got a nice little walk cycle here. Simple, quick. It works. All right. Now, let's go see. My kids use this and they make their own animations, which is what some of these are here. Oh yeah. Working on a video for my Pilgrim's Progress thing. That's not what I wanted to show you. Here's some Samples. Let's try this one. There's Spurgeon. There's the other view of him walking. That was a test animation. All right. Let's switch on over to... All right, we'll get switched over here. Let me get my program opened up over here. Yeah, you were asking about tablets. This is my other tablet right here. It's a big old 24-inch. Here we go. Work on the Baptist Catechism for a little bit. That opened up. So I have quite a bit left to do here. This is what I have left here. And actually, I might be able to give you guys a sneak peek of that animation that I'm working on. How's that? Is that better? I hear the music fine, but when you speak, it just stutters. Thank you. Is that better? Did you hear any of my responses to your questions? Dr. Pepper is the superior drink. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is. I have it hooked up to my computer, and like in the program there's some mic settings, and I just have to toggle on and then toggle off the output, and then it works just fine. So I'll have to figure that out. Okay, it may have been because I switched to a different scene, and I don't know that I prepared my audio for this scene that I switched to. No, I did not. I grew up Free Methodist. I became convinced of Calvinism, or the doctrines of grace, kind of gradually over the course of a couple of years. But it wasn't like I didn't know that that's what I was beginning to believe until I heard someone say that's what it was. I just thought I was believing regular Christianity because it just made sense the way Calvinist preachers were explaining scriptures. And I said, okay, that makes sense. Harper, what are you doing? What's wrong? Yes, Bailey, you can get your own paper, okay? No. Hey, Bailey and Harper. Just get your own paper and draw on your own paper. Oh boy. You grew up Lutheran. Very cool. You appreciate the intellectual vigor of Calvinists. I do too. Yeah, when my theology first started changing, I was listening to a Lutheran podcast. Pirate Christian Radio was one of the podcasts. Chris Rosebrough, and he's Lutheran. What? Nope. You can go play outside. Calvinists also have made an incredible use of the internet for evangelization, far beyond their numbers. I agree. There's so many great podcasts and films and whatnot created by Calvinists that are top-notch, theologically vigorous. Yeah. All right. Oh. There we go. I was not seeing any of the messages on Facebook here. Now they're coming through. Oh, well, we've got someone giving readings, I guess. That's so funny. Block. Okay, I was not... Oh, Mayoshi, I did not see your comments. Everything's coming through pretty quick here. Totally missed those. I have to disagree with the Dr. Pepper being best. It's actually unsweetened iced tea with stevia berry drops. You say your hubby became reformed by reading Spurgeon. Awesome. Stevia is the Benny Hinn. Okay. That is getting a share here. Stevia is the Benny Hinn of sweeteners. At least it's pure and not fake. That's true. It is pure. Oh, you couldn't comment on Facebook. That's weird. Yeah, I just looked at my chat screen here and there was like a refresh button on there. So I pushed the refresh button and then all these comments came up. Sorry about that. So now I think the Facebook chat is working now. So if someone's watching on Facebook and they want to test out the commenting to see if it goes through, go for it. I'm also streaming on Rumble. If anyone prefers Rumble over YouTube or whatever. Yes, Harper.
It sounded like you said that you're also screaming.
I'm also screaming on Rumble. That's funny. No, Harper, I'm not.
I'm guessing you want juicy.
Yeah, I'll have a juicy egg.
Yeah.
Bailey's gonna make us lunch today.
For dinner, can I make pancakes?
Oh, can you make pancakes? I don't know. Hey, now you have me in stereo. Excellent. All right. There we go. Yeah, Stephanie puts in all the colors. Stephanie's my wife. She puts in all these colors, and then I told her just put in whatever colors you want. So I have to always change them because sometimes they're like really crazy colors.
Dad,
Yes, Bailey.
just from the pan.
What?
Just from the pan.
Which pan? The one that's in there, the little one should be good to go. You should be able to just add butter and or just take the crumbs out and stuff.
Oh, Dad.
Hey, Mayoshi, now it seems to be working. Excellent. I see it. I see your comments. Yes, Harper.
Should we make our own pancakes that are a little smaller, right?
No, we're not gonna do pancakes today, I don't think. Because we just did pancakes a few days ago. What kind of materials do I put on locals? Well, I have not been keeping up with locals. I don't think I have any subscribers over there. But I typically just put on the here we go. I typically just put on like the daily tunes, or when I do a new tune, I'll put that on there. But I haven't done much with it. I've just kind of set it out there, kind of as like a tip jar. If anybody wants to support that way, they can that's a just an easy way to just tip, I guess. But that's really the only thing I have for locals. And so yeah, I just post the daily tunes. If I do a new tune, I'll post it on there. Um, but I don't have like a schedule of different things that I post on locals specifically, or only on, or things that you can only find on locals. I just don't have time uh, to keep up with something like that. I had the idea, like I would like to. Um, there's several comic series ideas that I would like to do, um, but I just don't have time because none of it is paid. So that's why I have the locals on there. Like if someone wants to see extra stuff from me, that's a good way to, I guess, to start getting that going. But I have to do my day job, which is freelance illustration, in order to pay the bills. So I can't really devote too much time to like RefToon stuff. But I have right now I have zero freelance work, so I'm working on all my free stuff. That's why you've probably seen me on YouTube streaming quite a bit, because I'm trying to get this done. That's why I have so much of this done, is because I've been able to, because I don't have any uh, currently dried up on work right now. Um, I've been on a few jobs here and there, but um, I'm taking this time as an opportunity to um, finish up a lot of these free projects that I have going on. I call them free, but they're royalties based, so I don't get paid until these books get published by the publisher. So that's my locals situation. I would love to activate super chats, but I'm not monetized on YouTube. I need the last thing that I need in order to get monetized on YouTube is 3,000 watch hours in the last 365 days, and I only have 336. So I need 3,000. I need like 2,700 more watch hours. That's why I've been going live so often on YouTube. I'm trying to get my watch hours up, so that I can get monetized and activate those super chats. That would be incredibly helpful, and I would be grateful for any super chat. But it just takes time in order to get there. Let's see here. I don't know if I like that color. Let's try darker. There we go. So the more that people tune into the YouTube videos, the more my watch hours go up. And the closer I get to being monetized on YouTube. Either that or I can get 10 million shorts views, which seems kind of ridiculous. So those are my options for that. I started the idea for a comic series that I was thinking about posting only to locals and Patreon. But then I ran out of time and picked up all these projects from publishers, and that kind of went by the wayside. So now it's just kind of a project in waiting right now. Yes, it would help most to help me on or to watch the lives on YouTube rather than Facebook. Shorts views. No. The YouTube shorts, the little short video clips. They have a requirement of you need to get 10 million views on any short videos that you upload to YouTube, or 3,000 long form watch hours. So yeah, it would be most helpful. I am monetized on Facebook, and there is like people send stars every once in a while, and those translate to dollars somehow. I don't understand that system fully, but there's like an automated message that comes up whenever I start a live stream that looks like it's from me, but it's just automated and it says send stars to show your support. And I don't fully understand the Facebook stars thing. I think I've gotten like 1,000 or 10,000 stars or something over time, and I think it equaled like $10 or something. I'm not sure. No thanks. So nice to have kids who are able to cook for you. Man, I'm excited to get our bees and get those installed in the hives. I built these 2 hives like 2 years ago, I think. We had some bees twice, but they died off. The first set died off in the just after winter, just before spring was starting. I think they just didn't have enough food to keep them through the winter. And then our other bees died because I wasn't able to really check on them very often, and they just kind of got diseased and died. We kept them like 2 hours north of us, and so it was hard to get up there, check on them. But now I can keep them at my parents' house, which is only about 15 minutes away, and check on them there. Stephanie drove 4 hours one way to River Falls to pick up these bees. And I hope we can keep them alive. So they're on their way back now. They stopped at Culver's for lunch, of course. Sounds like a new cartoon series. Be attitudes. Be holy. Be fruity. That's funny. I thought about doing a bee themed comic series.
Couldn't get any of that more juicy.
Oh, that's all right. Thank you, Bailey. Do you want to cook some of those sausages too? I think they're in the freezer. Hmm? Yes. How wonderful. What service. The only thing we're missing is orange juice. Hey, McKenna, could you get me a fork, please? Stephanie just ordered some honeycomb molds that she wants to make some honeycomb-shaped soap out of. And some yellow coloring, and yeah, she's very excited about the soap making.
How many do you want me to cook?
We'll do 2 for each of us. Yeah, there's 4 of us, so 8. What? What? Oh, you don't want any? Just do 6 then. No, you don't. They're greasy enough. Sorry, I'm probably yelling right into the mic. Yes. Yes, it does. My watch is telling me I need to stand up, but I don't want to. Too much to be done. What did I just do? Oops. There we go. I could move this menu somewhere else. This menu automatically pops up when I select something. Sometimes it's right in the way of where I need to be drawing, and I accidentally click some of the buttons on it. Maybe that's something I can message the company about. They're always putting out new updates. Never actually suggested an update. That might be kind of cool. Oops. Give them a shiny nose there. Well, I appreciate it, Rabadam. Now I'm subscribed to you on Locals and expect an absolutely unreasonable amount of material for $5 a month. All right, will do. I think I have some stuff from my top secret project that I could post on there in a little bit. Actually, it's not top secret. It's the I had shared like kind of a teaser image of of this character called Herman Newt, exploring theology with Herman Newt. And he's this newt who's like an explorer, and he goes through the jungles and forests and things, finding different theological terms in the wild and explaining them like a one of those nature documentaries. But it's like a comic strip series. I have kind of the first one laid out already. But yeah, that's the kind of one of the main projects I'd like to do if I ever get. I'd like to do consistently if I ever get like ahead on all this other stuff. Actually, I could talk to the publisher and see if I could post some of the finished pages of the John Calvin comic on there as well. For paid subscribers only, that might be helpful. Guess it wouldn't hurt to ask the publisher if I could do something like that. Yes. They're already fully cooked. They basically just need to be browned. Hold on. There. All right. Guys, done. All colored in. What's another one that looks fun? Ooh, let's do this one. She just stole my plate. I've had this mug for 18, 19. I've probably had this mug for about 20 years. It's kind of like a silhouette of Spider-Man. I've never used it to drink coffee out of. It has been the mug that holds all of my pencils. But last night I put all of my pencils and drawing utensils into like my art bin that I've had for a while. And washed it out and decided to use it as a coffee mug. And I think it's like, I don't know. Oh, and I just got a floaty. I think it's like 18 ounces or something like that. It's bigger than a 15-ounce mug, but it's huge. Thank you, Bailey. All right. Sausage and eggs. Kids will do that. First they steal your heart, then they steal your food. This is so true. I leaned over to hide from the camera while I took a bite, but I went right into the camera. I should have gone that way. One of the Coca-Cola glasses, please. Yeah.
Chocolate milk?
No, not chocolate milk. Okay. Yes. Whoa. What are you doing? Yeah, you have to clean up any mess that you make.
Okay. That much?
A little bit more. A little bit more. Keep going. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Black pants. And do white there. Color is that? It's like a purplish. Ooh, let's do more like that. Took my son to the eye doctor the other day. It was his first time ever at the eye doctor, and he got a glasses prescription, and found out that he's colorblind, just like me. Except I think he's a different type of colorblind than I am. I have red green color deficiency. And I think his might be orange and green. I'm not sure. Yeah, just gonna fill in all these there's little gaps that didn't get colored in fully. So you gotta color those in. Have to get into all these tight little corners here. Color always gets away on me. See, like right in here, it didn't fully, when I changed the color, it didn't fully get those ones. So I have to sure those are colored in. And then sometimes inside there might be some things that need to be colored as well. Bailey, did you turn the fire off?
Yeah.
Okay. So like this rope looks like it has all these parts on it that didn't quite get colored.
Wow.
Just things that I notice, other people probably wouldn't even notice. Since I have to color them in, I know how that's going to affect shadow layer as I put it in there. So I just want to make sure all of this gets done.
Hey guys, I just built this.
There we go. I think that's probably good. Oh, I can see this rope here. It's all just the rope because it's got all these little lines in it, and I'm realizing I didn't put lines in these ropes, or in this rope right here. So let's do that. Try to get this color in. I didn't put those lines on that rope either. All right, because I have some stuff to do. She's shaving her milk mustache. Ah! There's no real rhyme or reason to the spacing of those, just to make it look a little random, not too uniform. Being too clean cut and things like this, I feel like that takes away from the hand-drawn nature of it, and makes it too machined or mechanical looking. So I don't want all these the exact same distance apart, or throughout the entire thing. I just want them kind of riddled throughout, so it kind of implies that there are strands in this rope. There we go. Mm. Mm. All right. Create a multiplier layer. I'll have to color this cliff as well, but leave it white for now.
dropped her keys behind the door. I didn't realize I was scared of the fella.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Be right back. How's that? There we go. That is strange how it does that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into that. It's a new microphone from what I had before. I had a Blue Yeti mic, but that one stopped working on me after a few years. So now this is an Elgato Wave 3 mic. And I've noticed it does that. It cuts in and out every once in a while. I don't want these to look too shiny, so I'm not going to put too much white on them. There we go. I think I need some more deeper shadows in there. So let's put another multiply layer on top of that. Grab this purple and increase the brush size. And we'll just get some deeper shadows in the base parts here. I want to make that a clipping mask. There we go. That's much better. Add some of that to these rocks as well. Not too much, just some spot shadows here and there, because the light's going to be coming from over this way and over this way. So it's still going to be fairly lit up. Not that I even really have a light source, but it's implied. This is my default burden from it's this very similar packaging as the one from my Pilgrim's Progress book. Just a big old sheet with a bunch of stuff in it. All right, now I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do this cliff. Maybe I'll just, oops. I need that. Once I finish this, I'm gonna have to prepare all my bee equipment in order to meet Stephanie out at the hives. She picked him up in a car, so she put the nucleus hives in the back end of her car, Toyota Corolla, and we were just hoping that no bees would get out and get into the cab where they're sitting. Try that, and then do this. Get that hard edge off of there and just soften it up. Turn the opacity down on here now. So this is like it's not a color, it's just like clear. I can paint with clear. It's basically erasing, but it's using the brush. So I keep that same texture. There we go. Can anyone be saved by his own righteousness? No, no one is good enough for God. And all this is from the a Catechism for boys and girls. Let me pull up my spreadsheet, my Catechism production sheet. I'll show you all what I have here. How many did I do today? Is that so? I've got 1, 2, 3 finished colors. So I have this. Is my production sheet. Tells me how many pages total. 134 pages, 134 questions. And each page has 5 steps to it. So total steps is 670. I have 355 total steps done, but now I can add 3 to this, my colors and tones. That's what I just did. So I did 3 of those, so 28 plus 3 is 31. So now my average steps per day that I need to complete is down to 2.31. This tells me all the things I have left to do. So this is pretty helpful. Keeps me on track, helps me know where I am, what percentage complete I am, so that if the publisher asks how much is done, I can say, well, I have 53% complete, and let them know how many different steps I have left to do. So that's very helpful. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciated the conversation in the comments, and I do have a sale going on. You get a free t-shirt with every $50 purchase at RefToons.com, and that's all. I'm gonna go get some bees, and I will probably get stung. So, see y'all later.